meet you. My name is Marcos Alvarez. I am a automobile technician. I'm a vehicle technician. I've been a mechanic since 18 years old when I joined the Army, and I was an Army mechanic for 8 years. I got out and I did mechanics here and there, and I got hit up by Tesla. I worked for them for a little over a year. Since I was, since I am a veteran, I came down on a veteran vocational rehabilitation and education program, so a VRE, and I was able to go back to school. So I went and got my technical degree in hybrid and electric vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell technology. Still going to Rio Hondo because I love electric vehicles, I love technology, and I love automobiles. One of my professors recommended me to UC Riverside CCERT, which is the Center for Environmental Research and Technology, and I'm now working full time there while going to school. I am a lab specialist, and we work on everything. We work on the prototypes that are coming out, the prototype vehicles. It's really exciting. Hydrogen semi trucks, vehicles I can't even mention. So. A lot of my path, I came to find after I got out of the army. I went into the army to find a path. I got out and I used my GI Bill very lackadaisically, very. I languished in education. I got an English literature degree, so I was out there writing poetry and short stories in the forest and everything like that. But when I finished, I came to the realization that the nature and the deserts, just nature in general, everything that inspired me so much is fragile, and us as humanity need to nurture it and be caretakers, I guess, for our own world and environment. That plus my affinity for technology really pointed the way to a career in green in renewable energy, electric vehicles, battery technology, all that stuff I'm fascinated with. And obviously now I'm working with it. It was definitely my inspiration just to be in nature.
Yeah.
Well, as of now, I just got this job as a lab technician at CCERT. However, I'm going to continue my education, and I'm going to stay in the prototype slash the automotive cutting edge field. However, once I get rooted and settled here, I'll probably end up going for an MBA later on, and just to be in the same field, not just as a technician or as someone that fixes things, more as a decision maker. But as I said, that's later on once I get my roots settled after I pay my dues, kind of deal. For as much controversy as Elon Musk and Tesla bring to the table, and I mean, we're all talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely important and this is why I'm glad that Voyager contacted me for an interview. I really like talking about these things,
Mm-hmm.
and Tesla has done that. It's made it a talking point around the dinner table, and not just dinner table, the news, things of that nature. We need to be talking about this renewable energy, clean technology, um, how we're going to preserve ourselves and our children, how we're going to preserve the environment for our progeny. And that's what they've done. Everybody needs a cheerleader, a spokesperson, a Sigma post, and I think that's what Tesla has done. And also, many other companies, seeing as Tesla was so popular, have followed suit, started following them. They're trying to play catch up. Tesla is extremely important for that to make everybody else try to catch up, and to, as their motto is, they want to advance the future. They want to bring it faster, and that's cool. They are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're focused on California, I really like the idea of having the solar panels on the California aqueduct. First of all, it stops evaporation. Second, it makes the solar panels perform better because they're being cooled off. They could recycle that evaporative water. I think it's a great infrastructure program. Talking point, I could cheerlead that. More impressive is the floating solar panels on the ocean idea. They float solar panels on the ocean.
Oh wow.
So they could have unlimited amount of space, just float them out there. And
Mhm.
usually it'd be about next to a windmill, a wind farm, something to anchor them to. So you'd have wind and solar kind of just floating out there in the ocean. That's a little more ambitious.
Yeah.
I was also, I don't know if it's renewable, but it's definitely very exciting. Nuclear fusion, that they're starting to actually get these advanced nuclear reactors to start going off on their own. It's
Hmm.
That's really exciting. And I'm a Berkeley alumni, so knowing as this is happening at the Lawrence Livermore Laboratory is it's kind of, I'm proud of that. Well, first of all, thank you very much, Voyager, Brianna, and Shervin, and anybody involved in choosing me. I appreciate it very much. And to be chosen by an organization that is so forward thinking and so aligned with my own values makes me think that I'm on the right path. It's kind of like a yes, okay. I'm not pursuing willy nilly a lofty goal. Yeah, the green energy hippies here kind of deal, which I'm not really, but it makes me feel that validated. I appreciate that. And second of all, the funding will go towards good causes, my education, some books. I've decided to keep on going, maybe get these classes, considering that I'm going to school, working now, so I can only take like one class, but it'll be in electronics, sensors and things of that. It's a sensors class, so that goes along with the green energy stuff. Is it helped me continue on with along my path. It gave me the help, the little push, um, which I wouldn't have continued as of now because I am working. But just having it there is like, okay, let's keep on going. So yeah, so those two things. The financial aspect is nice. The motivational, the backing is great.
Yeah.
And of course, I feel proud to be honored by an organization like your own. I gotta say politics. Why is it's got to be politics. Why does it have to be green energy versus petroleum? Why do we have to be versus? Why do we have to fall into the whole dichotomy? Like, okay, why does it have to be one choice or the other? Or why do we have to be enemies? These politics have really gotten, I want to say, out of hand. The nature of our current politics has made it seem it's demonized green energy. It's like, okay, now they're trying to take our jobs. Anyway, there's a lot of talking points
Hmm. Yeah.
that people use to counteract what I would think is a very beneficent point, that we're trying to save our environment, but it's being demonized, or it's being looked down upon, or so. I would say politics. It's hard to even talk because about politics, because it starts inciting people, and that's not what this is all about. Me, I consider myself a centrist because I know that it doesn't have to be either this way or that way. There's no choice. That's a false choice. To be giving two options and being told it's a choice, that's not a choice for me. I went to I went to Berkeley, and I got you could say, a little bit of a philosophical degree, English literature, English. I studied cog sci, I studied philosophy, and I was looking for, hey, what is the nature of truth? What is reality? How can I discern reality? How can I be a better critical thinker? And I guess that's what it is, critical thinking. We've let talking points and politics get in the way of our critical thinking. I think that's one of the biggest enemies of our mission. People aren't thinking critically about, or aren't even thinking about the long term.
Yeah. Sure.
When I got out of the military, I did a whole transition workshop thing, and I told one of my counselors, and I was like, I really want to get into green energy. And he laughed in my face in front of the whole class, and I kind of looked at him. I'm like, wow, I mean, I didn't know what to think. Should I take his advice? Obviously I didn't, but I had to find a way and find a path. And I did not let myself be dissuaded by a naysayer. Advice I would give is, do not be dissuaded by naysayers. Find something you're good at and pursue that in this field. If you're good at media, go out there and try to do something there. Get a journalist degree, start writing, start blogging. If you're good at being a mechanic, start turning some wrenches, start trying to get into some of these jobs. Don't be afraid to get dirty and change out a tire. If you like managing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, this field is expanding, and we've actually succeeded in getting funding, and there's grants out there, and there's government funding for our field, green energy, in the broad umbrella, green energy. And all we have to do is go out there and find our place, find our niche under this field, under this umbrella.
Yeah.
I'm a dad. I have kids and I have a wife. There are ways to save on electricity, especially with the air conditioner. You can get blackout curtains. So you could go places during those really hot times, go to the mall, do something. Water takes a lot of energy as well to move. You don't really think about it. To move, to do things, save water. There are little things that can affect the greater picture. If we plan, we can start saving energy little by little in increments, and that becomes habits. It takes like 30 something times to do something to become a habit. If we change our habits little by little, it could make a big increment, but it needs to be enforced, or not enforced, but these habits need to become commonplace in our society as well. It can't just be Marcos Alvarez's household down the way. So I guess it's choosing a personal lifestyle that saves energy, and also telling others about it. Doing a grocery list, so you could only go to the grocery store once instead of like my wife used to do every single day, which spends a lot. Would you go every day? Just make a grocery list, go once a week. It saves on gas.